Good morning, guys. I hope you are having a fantastic day. Just had an amazing trip up to Northern California, but we are back in SoCal. I have to say, the Tesla Model S Plaid is such a good vehicle to commute in long distances because of its autopilot. I was getting work done the entire time, and it basically felt like time was passing insanely fast. But don't worry, this is not becoming a Tesla-only channel. It's time to do some fun stuff with the McLaren. First order of business with the McLaren is to replace both the front and rear tires because this thing is starting to spin like crazy. It's so crazy how different these cars drive. I mean, obviously a Tesla sedan versus a McLaren supercar, but it feels like I'm in a go-kart right now, and I love it. Oh yeah, it sounds a bit different too. Just rolled up to American Tire Depot, my boy Vahe's place. Let's get some new tires. The rear tires are so bald. The boys hooked it up per usual at American Tire Depot. Seriously, they kill it every single time. Got fresh rubber on the McLaren. Let's go get some race fuel. I gotta say, having traction again is a pretty nice feeling. Oh my God. Damn, I like this old Toyota truck. It like almost looks fake. Just pulled into my favorite gas station nearby. I'm actually really thankful that this is relatively close to where I live. Check this out. A normal pump that has 100 octane ready to go. It's $9.96, but we're gonna need it. Oh boy! On the way now to meet up with my buddy Tony, who coincidentally also has a Tesla Model S Plaid. Now I'm sure a lot of you saw the race where I did the 600 LT versus the Model S Plaid with Brooks from Drag Times. But there's a couple of key differences between today and that video. For one, my tires were pretty much bald. So for the first, we started probably at about 45 to 55 miles an hour. For the first 20 miles an hour, all I was doing was spinning. And by that amount of time, because the Tesla has such an insanely quick takeaway and this car is spooling up the turbos and spinning the tires, he was gone and there was no chance of catching up. Another thing is I was on 91 octane instead of right now, I'm on 100 octane. So it's gonna make a big difference having those fresh tires where I can actually grip. That way I can turn traction control off, so that's not gonna limit my acceleration whatsoever. It'll should dead hook from 40 miles an hour. I don't know the exact horsepower gain of 100 octane over 91, but this thing does have a tune for race fuel, so it should give it a serious advantage over the previous race. I'm excited to see what happens. Damn, those are some big ass jets. Damn, that gray one. So as I wait for my opponent to arrive, I want to talk about a couple of cool things that I don't believe I've mentioned before on the 600 LT. So this car, as you guys know, is tuned by Dyno Spectrum. It makes 740 horsepower to the wheels, so just above 900 horsepower at the crank. Now, considering it's 2,850 pounds, it is a heck of a lot lighter than the Plaid. But of course, you've got instant torque with the electric car, and it's got 1,020 horsepower. We'll see what happens, but there are a few cool features that came with Dyno Spectrum's tune that I wanted to show you guys. The first cool thing is called map switching. So I've got 4 different tune settings on this car that can all be toggled really, really easily. I've got a baseline tune, then I have a slightly faster tune, I've got a flame map, and then after that, I've got the full tilt race gas tune. So to go through the different maps, you put the car into neutral, and then go down to this lever here, press it away from you. Check it out, map 4, map 3, map 2, map 1. We're gonna put it onto map 4, press and hold the end of the stalk to save it, and we are good to go. Now the second feature is a rolling launch. So if I'm in second gear, in order to build boost in the turbos, I can press the brake and the gas at the same time like it's launch control, except I'm rolling. So I go ahead, press the brake and the gas at the same time, it builds up boost, and then I just let off the brake and boom, we're good to go. My buddy just rolled up in his Model S Plaid, and I can tell by the fact that the fans are going crazy that he's already put it into drag strip mode. So he's not playing about. Let's check out the interior spec on this thing. He's got the cream interior with the wooden trim. All right, let's run it. Damn you, Plaid! Well, it's pretty clear, even with the jump, even with race gas, even with the proper tires that are not bald, it's definitely not going to beat the Model S Plaid. That thing picks up like crazy and blows by this car. But we're gonna head back home now. I'm gonna pick up my Plaid and talk about something that, well, unfortunately happened to the car at the racetrack that I am not stoked about. The Plaid is absolutely insane when you think about it. The 600 LT as a stock supercar is really fast, and I've got 300 more horsepower than stock, and even still, the Plaid takes away like I'm not even racing it. Unbelievable. How's this for a wild setup? So I'm charging the Plaid right now while I am editing the video that you've already seen. The cool part is it's got USB-C chargers, so I can keep the laptop charging while at the same time using my phone as a Wi-Fi hotspot, which is awesome. This car is so convenient. But I want to talk about something that happened at the track that wasn't convenient and almost prevented me from making it back to Southern California. So after my last pass, when I got kicked out of the track, I pulled over to the side to go talk to my dad and my sister about the fact that I was leaving. And unfortunately, when I did that, I ran over a nail. Instantly, the nail popped right out and it was hissing like crazy. And I'm like, oh man, how am I gonna make it back to Southern California now that I have a flat tire? Well, thankfully, because I was at a racetrack, somebody had a plug kit, so I was able to plug the tire. The issue was, I said, okay, cool, can I borrow that? I'll give you money for it, whatever, and I'll plug the tire. He's like, oh no, I'll do it for you. And I'm like, I don't really want somebody I don't know touching my car, but whatever, what could possibly go wrong? Well, when he pulled the plug tool out of the car, let me show you what happened. All right, so as he was using the plug tool in the tire, he pulled it out and slipped and unfortunately scratched the crap out of the side of the car. And I can kind of feel it with my fingernail. So unfortunately, I think I'm gonna have to get this entire panel repainted. He was super nice about it, apologized a million times and said he'd cover it, but having my new car damaged right away, it was definitely a bummer. I'm definitely gonna replace the tire as well because that plug was pretty close to the sidewall and I drive aggressively, so I don't want it to be dangerous. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Like always, please browse the channel and subscribe. I look forward to seeing you next video.